Art for me was always an excuse to make my own rules for myself. There's a lot of rules in my house growing up, as you might expect from a guy that had two parents that were both in the military. When I was creating, whether it was drawing or whatever, I made my own rules. No one bothered me. People left me alone. I'm always at my best. I'm the happiest when I'm just left alone so that I can make things and create.
I was the kind of kid that was always drawing, and I'd pause like cartoons and I'd sit there and I'd sketch them. I loved art. I knew that I wanted to be creative. For a time, I wanted to be a fashion designer, and then it shifted into interior design. I never thought that I could actually make a living as an artist. I didn't know that life.
I always wanted to be an artist, and I didn't know how to make a career out of that. But it never occurred to me that I couldn't. It's like everything else. I just kind of go into it, whether you call it being naive or just ignorant. It's just something that I just figured would work out.
I was in a meeting with a client and they had mentioned, oh, I'd really love an art piece for this entry. And I had this moment where I was like, I'm an artist, of course I'll do it. And so I proposed it to them and they said, sure, all right.
I was 24 years old and I just had enough. I quit my job and went to work at a bike shop for $10 an hour. And I had to sell my house and my clothes and my car. The guys were great. You know, they let me go when it was slow and I could run across the street and paint and do what I needed to do, and just developed a body of work and submitted it to galleries, got tons of rejection letters.
Eric actually came into the furniture store, and so we were introduced, and he invited me to his art opening, and I went to the art opening and I looked around and I thought, oh, I could do this. That was the moment where I thought, okay, maybe this is something that I could pursue as something that I could make a living off of and be fulfilled and happy.
Anything that I knew, I was trying to give to her because I saw that she knew how to paint. She knew how to move paint around.
He was like, what do you think about opening a gallery? I'm building out this space. We opened the gallery, and ever since then we've just been kind of side by side, kind of building our dream together.
My life was good before, but it really started to fly, like when Amy and I got together. Alchemy, science, chemistry, whatever you want to call it. There's this thing when you put two elements together, and for us, man, it just worked.
Early on, for us, it was exciting just to be able to, make a sale of someone's artwork. We used to jump up and down.
One look at her art, and her mind is explained. I think it's one of those cases where if you were to take art away from her, she wouldn't have a voice anymore to settle the ideas in her head. When I look at her art now, I just think, wow, this person has learned their language so well. Maybe speaking's not how best to communicate.
He is not afraid to try anything. If he doesn't know how to do something, he will figure it out. He will. He will figure it out, and he'll do an amazing job at it. I was gonna say do the shit out of it, but
We're lucky. We're lucky that, there's a period of time that we spend with the things that we do or make that we do get to kind of drink from both sides of the cup. But I think that knowing which one is more important is the thing that drives us to the next thing.
There are days when I go into the gallery and I look around and I'm like, wow, how did I do this? We built this? I try not to take it for granted. I don't know, I can't even picture any other way of living.
Making stuff is the only thing that makes me happy. You know, and it's not just making a bench or a motorcycle or a piece of art. You know, it's making a life with Amy. It's making careers for these artists. It's, you know, making a family. When we're all old and gray, and I mean, those are the things you have.